Steel rings collide, faith burns bright. Chains are broken in the dead of night. Shout the truth, fists raised high. WFC, we're living a fight. Wrestling for Christ, hearts on fire. Through the storm, lifted higher in the ring. Preach the word, glory is our only sword.
Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Saturday Night Praise and Power Hour. I'm your host, the gentleman Jody Powell, and tonight, we honor the memory of our dear friend, Chris Thunder Anderson. With me right now is the commissioner of the WFC, the Duchess, and Madam Commissioner. Our hearts are very heavy here in the WFC as we've lost a great friend in Chris Thunder Anderson.
That's right, gentlemen. Chris Thunder Anderson passed away last week after a brief illness, and everyone here at Wrestling for Christ sends our deepest sympathy and condolences to his wife, Missy, his wonderful children, and his entire family. I think I speak not only for Wrestling for Christ, but for every independent wrestling federation and every wrestler out there when I say that Chris will be deeply missed. Tonight, on Saturday Night Praise and Power Hour, we will honor Chris by showing several of his matches here in WFC, some of his interviews, and we will have special messages from the superstars of WFC and beyond as we pay tribute to our friend, Chris Thunder Anderson.
Chris was an amazing wrestler and an even better friend and a strong and powerful Christian, fans. So we're excited to share with you memories, Chris Thunder Anderson, messages from our superstars, and matches. And speaking of matches, let's get to ringside.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following match is scheduled for one fall. One fall.
This crowd enjoying every bit of Wrestling for Christ as we get ready for our opening match on Saturday Night Praise and Power Hour. And there it is, fans. The familiar music that introduces the man I've been telling you about. We're going to see him right now, accompanied by his manager, Sir Charles Humperdinck. Big Chris Anderson, Thunder Anderson entering the ring. First time you fans are getting to see Chris Anderson. But he is a strong force here in the world of Wrestling for Christ. Thunder Anderson is going to make a mark here, and he's going to be taking on a young man who got a big victory last week over Kenny Austin and Zachariah Cutter. And here comes Cutter now.
And his opponent.
There he is, fans, always full of energy, ready to go, ready to take on anyone here at the WFC. But I tell you what, he may be biting off a little bit more than he can chew here with Chris Thunder Anderson. This guy is big, he's mean, he's tough. He is a typical Anderson of professional wrestling. All business, no hype, just here to work and beat people up. Let's see how Zachariah Cutter fares against the big Chris Thunder Anderson as we get ready for this match to get underway. And there's the bell. Zachariah Cutter, Chris Anderson, ready to go at it. And there's that speed coming right at Thunder Anderson with some forearm shots. Big drop kick. Stuns the big man, whips him into the ropes. Reversed by Anderson. Up. Oh, nice leg scissors. Takes Chris Thunder Anderson down. Zachariah Cutter doing it here early, fans. And he is fired up. Thunder whipped into the corner, now reverses. Zachariah crashes in, moves out of the way, rolls him up. 1, 2, oh, that was close. Zachariah Cutter trying to get done with this early. Sunset flip here, got him over. 1, 2. Reaches out, grabs the rope, but also kicks out at 2. Ducks a clothesline there. Oh my goodness, what a spine buster. Did that look familiar, fans? That's typical Anderson spine buster right there. Put Zachariah Cutter through the mat. Good grief. And he says that's it. He's not messing around anymore. Oh, wait. Oh my goodness. Did you see his arm just shatter off the canvas? And now it's the arm bar. The Anderson arm bar. The AA bar is locked in. And Cutter's going to have to tap. That's it. Chris Thunder Anderson just mauled Zachariah Cutter. Good grief. This man is brutal. And wait a minute, come on now. The match is over. Oh my goodness. Stomped right on that left arm that he just about ripped out of the socket with that arm bar. There is your winner, fans. Chris Thunder Anderson. Big, tough, mean Thunder Anderson. Let's take a look at some of the replays. Cutter going at it early here with those leg scissors. Comes off the rope here, and watch this. Plants him in the mat. Typical Anderson spine buster. Good grief. And there's the Anderson arm bar. That AA bar gets the win for Chris Thunder Anderson. Get to know this mug, folks. Get to know that face, because he's going to be a force here in WFC. Evil, mean, and nasty. That's who Chris Thunder Anderson was inside the ring. And even in his promos, he let everybody know real quick that while he's here in Wrestling for Christ, he was here on business. Listen to what he had to say after that match with Zachariah Cutter.
Standing here after the match with Kid Cutter, here is Chris Thunder Anderson.
Let me tell you something, Drew. If you can call that a match, anybody can have a match. I went out and destroyed Kid Cutter. Boy, you got to beat some more beans before you come jump on this. And let me tell you something, Drew. If your last name ain't Anderson, you don't mean nothing in this business. I've worked my butt off to get where I'm at, and bell to bell, I'm by far the best wrestler in this business, bar none. So, boys, you can take that to the bank.
Chris Thunder Anderson, never one to mince words. You always knew where you stood with Chris, because he'd tell you. But he'd do it in a way that would make you want to be better. Chris had a lot of pull, a lot of respect from everyone in the locker room, including this man who had this to say about Chris Thunder Anderson.
Chris Thunder Anderson, brother, I was honored when I was asked to say a few words about you. Then I got to thinking I can't just say a few words, not because I don't have them, but just because there's so many. So then I thought, what's the greatest thing I could say about the man? So I thought, I could say he was a great worker. He was a great friend. He was a great father to those children. He was a great husband to Missy. I could say all those things because they're true. He was great at all those. But I think the greatest thing I could probably say about Chris is that he loved the Lord. Not only did he talk the talk, but he walked the walk. Daily, he walked that walk. And Chris, so I guess what I'm trying to say, buddy, is this is not a goodbye. This is a see you later. I love you, buddy, and I know I'll see you again one day.
I don't think there's any greater compliment than that. To be told that you were a man that always talked the talk and walked the walk when it came to your relationship with Jesus Christ. Great words from the American GI. True words about Chris Thunder Anderson. Chris Thunder Anderson formed a tag team along with Kenny Austin, managed by Sir Charles Humperdinck, the Conquerors, and they were in the midst of a battle to challenge for then the WFC Tag Team Champions, the Foundation, in a match with them. Let's take a look at a match between Chris Thunder Anderson and one half of the foundation, Travis Roberts. All right, fans, we're ready for this matchup. Going to be an interesting one here as we're going to have one half of the tag team champions, Travis Roberts, taking on Chris Thunder Anderson of the Conquerors. Chris Anderson, an opportunity to prove that his team deserves a shot at the World Tag Team titles. We've already seen John Matthews gain victory over Dylan Dollar. The question becomes, what happens if Chris Thunder picks up a pinfall over Travis Roberts? Which team gets the shot at Tag Team Gold? We'll have to wait and see.
Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by his tag team partner, Kenny Austin, and his manager, Sir Charles Humperdinck. From Atlanta, Georgia, Chris Thunder Anderson.
Chris Thunder Anderson from the famous Anderson family of professional wrestling. And there you see Sir Charles Humperdinck walking around the ring. And he is kind of caught up in a little bit of controversy as well, as earlier tonight we learned that it was Sir Charles in the background of the video where AWOL's partner had his ankle broken. So the question remains, what does Chris Thunder and Kenny Austin know about the attack on AWOL? We'll find out next week on Saturday Night Praise and Power Hour. But right now, here comes one half of the tag team champs.
And his opponent, he is one half of the World Tag Team Champions, representing the Foundation from Athens, Georgia, Travis Roberts.
There he is, fans. Travis Roberts, realizing at this point that he may be walking into the lion's den here. Travis Roberts coming to the ring by himself as his tag team partner, Dylan Dollar, is in Honduras on a mission trip. God bless you, Dylan. Doing God's work. But that leaves Travis Roberts here without a partner, without someone watching his back. And as you see on the other side of the ring, you've got Chris Thunder Anderson, Kenny Austin on the outside, along with Sir Charles Humperdinck. We know what he's capable of. So it's not bad enough you got to go against Chris Thunder, who's the meanest, nastiest individual in the WFC. But now you got to watch two guys on the outside that love to get involved in the match. Travis Roberts with his back against the wall, and we haven't even started this match. Referee calls for the bell, fans, and here we go. This match is underway. Travis Roberts cautiously walking around the ring, taking a peek down at Kenny Austin and Sir Charles before locking up with Thunder, and Thunder pulls him into that side headlock. Wrenching that. Chris Thunder Anderson, just a powerful, strong individual now, pulling down Travis Roberts. His foot's on the ropes, ref. Let's get him off of him. He's in the ropes. And Thunder with a clean break there. Travis Roberts starting to get up in that corner, realizing Kenny Austin and Sir Charles were there. You got to have eyes in the back of your head with those two wandering around ringside. Another collar and elbow tie up. Another side headlock by Thunder. Grinding on that headlock. Travis has got to find a little mechanism to get out. He does so with right hands. Into the stomach, into the ropes. Big shoulder block. Neither man moves. Thunder into the ropes again. Once again. And now a hip toss. Down goes Thunder. And Travis Roberts now got him into the corner. Whips him into the turnbuckle. Thunder comes out. Backdrop. Down goes Chris Thunder. And that right there may have hurt the back of Travis Roberts. Hurt him as much as it hurt Thunder. Travis charges in the corner now. Big clothesline. Chris Thunder Anderson is in a little bit of trouble here, sitting down in that corner. Oh! Good grief, he lured Travis Roberts into the corner, pulled him by his shirt down into that middle turnbuckle. And his face just ate that turnbuckle up. And Chris Thunder now going to the arm. What he's famous for. Referee counting him out as he's got that arm draped over that top rope. Chris Thunder Anderson softening him up there for the Anderson armbar. And this is vintage Anderson wrestling right here, fans. He's got that left arm. He's working on it. He's softening it up, getting it ready for it. And this is, watch this move. Oh, he stomped on that arm. Oh, my goodness. That's going to break your elbow. Good grief. Big knee down on top of that left arm, and you hear Sir Charles on the outside break his arm, break his arm. Kenny Austin encouraging him to do it again. Any kind of advantage, any kind of leverage that they can get, should they be fortunate enough to get a World Tag Team title shot at the Foundation. These fans now trying to get behind Travis Roberts. And Travis now backing Thunder into the ropes. Irish whip into the ropes. Reverse now by Chris Thunder. Picks him up. Oh, my goodness. Oh, he went for that spine buster. It looked like Chris Anderson's knee just buckled there. You see him grasping at that knee. Looks like the left knee buckled as he went for that spine buster. We've seen him do that spine buster. And it's a thing of beauty, but I tell you what, right there when that knee buckles, you see him working on it right now. And let's see if he's able to continue. Oh, good. I mean, are you kidding me? A thumb to the eye just to give yourself a few minutes to recover from that knee. And now he's got that arm pulled over the top rope. The referee counting. I don't know why we're recounting again. You got to 4 one time, and we're going to start over again. And look at Kenny Austin. Kenny pulling on the arm with the referee's back to him. I wasn't doing nothing, ref. That's the words of a guilty man right there. Now, Chris Thunder Anderson in complete control of this match, thanks to the 2 men on the outside. And look out again, there's Kenny Austin again, pulling down on the neck of Travis Roberts, draped over that second rope. Come on, ref, turn around. Get these guys out of ringside. They don't belong here. Give me a break. Trying to fix the turnbuckle. We all know what you were doing, Kenny Austin. Chris Thunder now with Travis Roberts back to the corner. Big right hand to the jaw. Good grief, did you hear that chin just pop against that fist? Now Travis reversing. Coming in with a big clothesline into the turnbuckle. And you can see Chris Thunder Anderson struggling right there with that knee. That noticeable limp into the corner again. Wait a minute. He's pulled the referee in front of him. Come on. What is that? Let him go. Why is he holding the referee? Here comes Kenny Austin. Kenny's got something in his hand. Ow! He just knocked out Travis Roberts. The referee didn't see a thing. Chris Thunder had him pulled into the corner. Not like this. Come on, ref. No, he gets 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Chris Thunder Anderson.
What a cheap way to get a victory right there. Took 2 of you to take down 1. Typical Anderson-Austin team right there. That's the work of Sir Charles Humperdinck is what it is, fans. Let's take another look at this action, and you'll see as we go to replay. Thunder slammed into the corner, and he pulls the referee in front. Thankfully, Travis Roberts able to stop, but look at Chris Anderson. Act like he's protecting the referee, and on the outside you see Humperdinck slip something there to Kenny Austin. Travis Roberts with his back turned, trying to get Thunder out of the corner. Doesn't see Kenny Austin. Boom! Good night, Irene. Down goes Roberts. And Chris Thunder Anderson, all he has to do is drop to his knees, make the cover. And the referee looking around like, what in the world just happened? But he's got to count 1, 2, and 3. Let's get to ringside.
Chris Thunder Anderson, Kenny Austin, Sir Charles, y'all come on in here. Chris, a big win here over one half of the tag team champs. I got to ask you, what does that mean for the Conquerors, Chris Thunder Anderson and Kenny Austin?
What do you think it means, Jody Powell? We're here to conquer, right? I mean, that's what you started calling us, so look at the evidence. If I've beat one half of the tag team champions, what do you think me and Big Kenny's going to do to both of them?
Well, Kenny, sounds like you guys are on path for a match with the World Tag Team Champions, the Foundation. But I got to tell you, Perfect Vision have also picked up a victory over one half of the tag team champs.
I'm going to go ahead and tell you this one time. I don't know what Perfect Vision is doing in the WFC. They do not belong here. Those WFC World Tag Team titles are mine and Chris Thunder Anderson's. There ain't nobody going to get in our way and stop what's coming to us.
Let me give you a little background, Jody. I've been in this business for 30 years. Kenny's grown up in this business just like I did. Let me give you a little background on the Foundation, all right? I've known Dylan Dollar since his daddy was wiping his nose in the dressing room. And I've known Travis Roberts since he was in 3rd grade. And at the drop of a hat, if I get in this ring and tell Travis Roberts to drop and give me 15 up downs, that boy's going to do it. And the Foundation, they can call themselves what they want to, Jody, because there's only one Foundation. And I'm just going to let the cat out of the bag. And me and my brother Blade were the originals. And you know yourself, you can't beat the original.
Well, that may be the case, Charles, but here I've got a text I just received from the new commissioner of the WFC. And seeing as how Thunder just picked up a victory over Travis Roberts, but also John Matthews has a victory over Dylan Dollar. So next week on Saturday Night Praise and Power Hour, a #1 contenders match, a tag team match between Chris Thunder Anderson, Kenny Austin, and Perfect Vision. That coming up next week. We'll be back, fans, right after these messages.
The Conquerors would go on the following week, face Perfect Vision in a hard-fought match, come up just a little short. And ultimately, that would lead to the demise of the Conquerors. However, Chris Thunder Anderson, Kenny Austin, a powerful force, tag team force in the world of wrestling for Christ. Here's Chris's tag team partner, Kenny Austin.
Tonight, remember one of the greats, Chris Thunder Anderson. Chris, you've taught me a lot in the ring and out of the ring. From being your opponent on the opposite side to us forming one of the strongest tag teams, the Conquerors. You will be missed 100%, my brother. I promise you, your legacy is going to carry on.
The influence of Chris Thunder Anderson is so far-reaching, beyond Wrestling for Christ, into other organizations. Many wrestlers throughout the Southeast and throughout, quite frankly, the United States have been impacted and mentored by Chris Thunder Anderson. His influence is so far-reaching. And what a wonderful legacy he has left. And of course, Chris Thunder Anderson himself was mentored by a gentleman by the name of Sir Charles Humperdinck. Sir Charles found himself in a little bit of hot water after AWOL was attacked behind the Kings Mountain Arena. Sir Charles was kind of caught in the crossfire and fielding questions about it. Let's take a listen to Sir Charles Humperdinck and the Conquerors in this backstage interview about the attack on AWOL.
Hello, wrestling fans. The gentleman Jody Powell here. I'm backstage with Sir Charles Humperdinck and the Conquerors, Kenny Austin, Chris Thunder Anderson. Now, Charles, a couple of weeks ago, we were supposed to have a sit-down interview on Saturday Night Praise and Power Hour that you no-showed. So tell me what was going on with that.
Well, let me tell you, Jody, that's for me to know and you to find out. I might have been taking care of some things back at the Humperdinck Ranch. And for as to Foundation and AWOL, they asked for what was coming to them. You can blame it all on me. Don't blame it on these two guys or whatever. But one day you'll find out what I was doing, why I no-showed.
Well, Chris, Kenny, rumors going around that you guys were the ones that attacked AWOL. And despite what Charles says, I want to get your reaction. Kenny, what do you think happened backstage to AWOL in the alley behind the Kings Mountain Arena? Were you involved?
All I just got to say is this right here. Me and Thunder had nothing to do with the attack on AWOL, but they had what was coming to them.
Chris, what are your thoughts?
I deny any responsibility or accept any responsibility for anything that happened to them, but I can tell you this, Jody Powell, don't make that man mad.
Well, I certainly don't want to make Sir Charles mad, but you say we're going to find out when we need to find out. Well, Charles, I'm going to keep digging. We're going to find out exactly what happened to AWOL behind the Kings Mountain Arena just a few weeks ago. Fans, let's get back to ringside.
Well, of course, fans, it would turn out that Sir Charles Humperdinck had nothing to do with the attack on AWOL. It was the Foundation. Sir Charles just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. But I tell you what, there's no man that gives more to the business than Sir Charles Humperdinck. He is absolutely one of the best managers that I've ever seen. Love him or hate him, the man knows wrestling, and I tend to love him. He's one of the most caring individuals that I've run into. He cared about Chris deeply. Let's hear from Sir Charles Humperdinck at the Humperdinck Ranch.
Good evening, wrestling fans. This is Sir Charles Humperdinck coming from Concord, North Carolina. Beautiful day today the Lord gave us. And thank you, Chris Thunder Anderson, for what all you did to Wrestle for Christ when you was with us. And just thank you, Chris, for letting me come out and be your manager at Wrestle for Christ. We're going to miss you. Love you, Chris Thunder Anderson. Thank you.
Wrestling fans, this past December, Chris Thunder Anderson found himself in the Television Turmoil Tournament and had his first round match at our Happy Brawler Days extravaganza. Let's take a look at Chris Thunder Anderson in action.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following match is set for one fall. And it is the first round tournament in the Television Turmoil Tournament.
Wrestling fans, we're set to finally kick off the Television Turmoil Tournament. The very first match here in the first round is going to feature this man. And I tell you, anytime you stand across the ring from Chris Thunder Anderson, you want to be anywhere but there.
Introducing first, accompanied by Sir Charles Humperdinck from Atlanta, Georgia, Chris Thunder Anderson.
Chris Thunder Anderson, one half of the Conquerors. He and his tag team partner, Kenny Austin, have been tied up in quite the feud with AWOL. As AWOL, in fact, we'll see that grudge match later this evening, but Thunder here getting a shot at the Television Turmoil Tournament. KD Idol finding his way into the Television Turmoil Tournament as well, drawing not the best of first opponents for KD and Chris Thunder Anderson. But nonetheless, this young man has an opportunity to become Cinderella, the Cinderella story of the tournament, if he can knock off Thunder right here in the first round. And the sky would be the limit for KD Idol, but that's a tall order because I tell you, not only do you have to deal with Chris Thunder Anderson in the ring, you've got Sir Charles Humperdinck outside the ring. We all know what Sir Charles is capable of, changing the complexity of the match. You have to keep an eye on him and Sir Charles already starting the psychological games here with the referee. The referee telling him to get out of the ring and let's get this match started. But Chris Thunder Anderson, it's interesting to see the shift here in the focus from the Conquerors. Suddenly, they had to be in this tournament. The commissioner, the mysterious commissioner, allowing both Chris Thunder Anderson and Kenny Austin into the tournament. There's the collar and elbow tie-up. As this match is underway, we've got the Television Turmoil Tournament started, fans. And it's Katie Idol starting out. Ooh, left himself wide open for that knee lift as he had that arm bar. Had that arm twisted, and now here comes Chris Thunder Anderson working on that left arm. Backs Katie in, Irish whip in, ducks the clothesline, Katie off the ropes, and immovable force right there. Thunder saying, try it one more time, kid. Here, let me show you how to do it. Down goes Katie. Katie Idol is down after 2 failed clothesline attempts. Thunder just said, here it is. And now right away, Anderson going right to work on that left arm, slamming it in the turnbuckle, now wrapping it around the ropes and beating on the bicep and triceps of Katie Idol. Of course, if this looks familiar, we know Anderson, his background, his lineage from the Anderson family, professional wrestling, masters of working on the arm, of weakening the arm, stomping on the arm, apparently. Chris Thunder Anderson certainly softening Katie Idol up, looking for the opportunity to lock on that Anderson arm bar. And Katie Idol's in trouble here. That arm, I guarantee you, is starting to tingle, starting to go a little numb. Katie's going to have to find a way here to get some offense in, or this one's going to end early. Anderson takes him down to the mat now, off the rope, stomps right on the arm. You can see the strategy here, fans. Focus on the arm, weaken the arm, it takes away their power. And then it sets up nicely for the Anderson armbar, which few, if any, have escaped. And Chris is very smart. When he locks in that armbar, it is right in the middle of the ring, and you have nowhere to go. Right now, he's got that arm locked in. A nice hammer lock here. Sir Charles changing his perspective for a minute there. I thought he was going to get involved in the match. I don't know that he needs to. Thunder is in full control right here. Katie Idol is going to have to find a way to rally, and he does. Here he comes. Right hands, another right hand, a forearm shiver to the jaw. Nice knee lift. Another one in the corner. Now Katie starting to rally. Whips Thunder into the turnbuckle. Charges in. Thunder moves out of the way. Katie misses the splash. Oh my goodness. That move, beautiful Bobby Eaton used to call divorce court because it'd separate your arm from the shoulder socket. And Chris Thunder Anderson, now there it is. There it is. The Anderson armbar. He's got it locked in. Like I said, fans, right in the middle of the ring, Katie Idol has nowhere to go. He's got to tap out or he's going to rip his arm out of socket. Come on, KD. Live to fight another day, man. Oh, my goodness. Look at Thunder pulling on. There it is. There you go, fans. The winner of this match is Chris Thunder Anderson. I'm going to try to get a word with Chris at ringside.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match, Chris Thunder Anderson. Come on in here. Chris, big win in the first round of the Television Turmoil Tournament. What do you think about the briefcase and its contents? And is it going to belong to Chris Thunder Anderson? No! It's just a matter of time, Jody Powell, before Thunder gets exactly what's coming to him. And I don't care if it's in a briefcase. I don't care if you wrap it up with a little bow on it. I don't care if somebody walks it out here and hands it to me. One way or the other. That belongs to me. Charles, you've been managing these guys for a while. You got your guys in this tournament. Why are you putting a tag team into a singles match tournament chasing after that briefcase?
Let me tell you something, Jody. What this man does ain't really none of your business. He's got a mind of his own. You've already seen what he does about himself. Don't get him mad. I promise you, don't get him mad.
Vance, there's nothing I want less than to get Sir Charles Humperdinck mad. We'll have to see how far Chris Thunder Anderson will go in this tournament. We'll be back after these messages.
Thunder loved by so many in the WFC. So many fans, so many wrestlers, so many people that were involved in bringing the WFC to you here on Abundant Television, including one of my colleagues, Drew Fulton, who had this to say about Chris Thunder Anderson.
Hi, I'm Drew Fulton, the audio and video coordinator for Wrestling for Christ. Heaven gained a great Christian father and friend in Chris Thunder Anderson. He will be missed but never forgotten. The impact that Thunder made in our lives can't be measured. He was a strong, godly, and humble man who cared for others. We will miss him greatly at Wrestling for Christ and as a friend.
We know, fans, Chris was a powerful force here in the WFC, especially in the tag team division. And he and his partner, Kenny Austin, forming the Conquerors, had many battles with teams like Perfect Vision and the Foundation. Anytime you go into the ring and battle with someone, you earn respect. And you have respect for the opponent that you face. Wrestling's a funny business. We go into the ring and we battle and we fight and we argue and we want to be the best, but at the same time, we're in the ring with people who become family. That's why we refer to the WFC as a family. We're all part of the family of God, created in his image. And we're all here for the purpose of giving glory and honor to Jesus Christ. Chris Thunder Anderson certainly did that. He certainly earned the respect of his opponents in the ring. Like these guys, the Foundation.
Chris Thunder Anderson, got something to say to you. 25 years I've known you. From a little bitty kid, you were whooping my butt on the football field. And now, I was blessed to have you in my life as a wrestling partner, mentor, anything. I love you. Thank you for everything you've done. Foundation isn't done. We're just getting restarted. And guess what? You're always going to be in our minds and in our hearts. We love you. Thank you.
We'll miss you, brother. Love you.
The Foundation's certainly not done here in the WFC. And as we heard earlier in an interview with Chris Thunder Anderson, that the original Foundation was he and his brother Blade. And he's known Dylan Dollar and Travis Roberts since they were children. So a legacy passed on. The Foundation continues what Chris Thunder Anderson started. Another team that Chris Thunder Anderson and Kenny Austin came up against. It's Perfect Vision. Here's one half of the tag team champions, John Matthews.
Evil, mean, and nasty. Those were the words that Chris Thunder Anderson lived by inside of the wrestling ring. Outside, though, Chris was a different human being. He was a family man, a man of Jesus, and just all around a great guy. Chris, I thank you for all you've done. I appreciate every single thing that you've taught me in and outside of the ring. Rest easy, evil, mean, and nasty.
There's a consistent pattern here as we hear the words of our Superstars fans about Chris Thunder Anderson, and it has to do with everything that Chris taught them. It came from John Matthews, it came from Travis Roberts, it came from Kenny Austin. Not only was Chris an amazing wrestler, competitor, father, husband, Christian, he was an incredible mentor. Let's take a look at Chris Thunder Anderson in the ring against a young man named Joshua Hines. This just recently on Saturday Night Praise and Power Hour. It's interesting, fans, as we get ready to start this match here. The bell sounds and a collar and elbow tie-up right away. Chris Thunder Anderson now. Oh, is Hines getting the advantage here of Thunder? But Thunder and Kenny Austin, #1 contenders for the tag team titles, and all of a sudden we're hearing that the Conquerors may be no more. So what does this mean for Sir Charles? What does it mean to Sir Charles? We're going to find out more as this story develops. Right now, just kind of rumors and innuendo. But of course, we'll dig deep and find out more about this as Chris Thunder Anderson just levels Hines. But Hines comes back with a nice hip toss, telling Thunder to get up. Let's go. Come on, big boy. And an arm drag. Down goes Thunder. He's got to stay on him, though. He missed an opportunity, and now he comes back, gets that arm bar. Good job there of recovering. But when he had that arm drag, he should have held onto that arm and locked it into that arm bar. Like he has it now. Thunder now getting back to his feet, not wasting a lot of time being on the mat. Not his favorite place to be now. Nice arm drag, but Joshua Hines holds on, pulls him through, and continues to have that arm bar. Great move there by this young man. He's got to keep Thunder down on the mat. That's where he's least powerful. Standing, Thunder Anderson is just a beatdown waiting to happen for his opponent. Now backed into the corner here. Oh, big knee lift. Thunder's got him now in the corner, and look out. Oh, my goodness. What a right hand right across the jaw. Irish whip out into the ropes. Big clothesline, and down goes Joshua Hines. Chris Thunder Anderson in control. And Sir Charles is loving it on the outside. Oh, he stomped on his hand. No matter what's going on right now in the Conquerors with Kenny Austin and Sir Charles and Chris Thunder, I'm not sure what it is. Regardless of what it is, Sir Charles just very pleased with his protege, Chris Thunder Anderson, who just threw Joshua Hines through the turnbuckles and out to the outside. What is he doing? He's pulling the referee back because Sir Charles is on the outside. He's going to get his blows in. Come on, ref. Turn around. Pay attention. Now he's just tossing this young man back in the ring. Surely you saw that. Surely you saw. No, I didn't see anything. Tweedledum out there. Come on, man. Surely you know this by now. Knee drop to the arm. It's not like Chris Thunder Anderson needs the help here. He's been in full control of this match. Joshua Hines in trouble. Look at Thunder now. Look at this, fans. This is a veteran move right here. He's a savvy veteran in the ring, putting all of his weight, using all of the leverage. You see that just driving down with that hammerlock, using that full force of Thunder Anderson and his weight down on that arm, just putting the pressure on it. That's what makes this man so great. It's the attention to details. It is the leverage that he utilizes in the ring to wear the arm down and prepare them for that Anderson arm bar. And he just pulls them into the corner. And here's an elbow and a smack across the face. Good grief. I mean, Thunder Anderson's a walking beatdown. Thunder now reversed into the ropes. Oh! He misses. Hines misses. Thunder in complete control here. Ooh! Big knee lift, connected right between the eyes. Did you hear that? Joshua Hines seeing cuckoo birds fly around his head right about now. Good grief. And now Anderson back down with that hammerlock, got that arm behind his back. And now look at this. He's going to use the leverage of the ropes. He's got both feet up on the ropes. Ref, turn around. Look up, ref. And Anderson, savvy as ever, bringing his feet down before the referee looks up and says no, he's not giving up. But here goes Anderson again. This time he's got his feet crossed on the middle rope. And drops off again as the referee looks up. This referee's got to pay attention. You got to see the rope swing. You got to listen to the crowd a little bit. Ref down now to check him one more time. Thunder Anderson going to use that advantage again. And this time Sir Charles is pulling on the legs. Added leverage. Come on, ref, look up. Oh, now you've got to see it. Yeah, finally. Oh, yeah, I don't think you're supposed to do that. Yeah, geez, you think? Thunder now stomping on that left arm. Joshua Hines in deep trouble here. That arm has to be tingling, has to be numb. He's lost all power in that left arm. Irish whip now. Hines into the ropes. Thunder goes down. Oh, wait a minute. There's a sunset flip. He's down. 1, 2. Oh! Anderson grabbed the ropes. What real awareness. Oh, whatever flurry that was from Joshua Hines just ended at the elbow point of Chris Thunder Anderson. And now he's going to set that arm up. He stomps on it. Good grief, did you see the way that arm buckled under his foot as it came down, and now standing on the throat. Hey, how about counting, ref? Oh, there you go. Welcome to the party, pal. Anderson now picking up Joshua Hines. Out on his feet is this young man. In the corner now, Irish whipped into the corner across the ring. Big crash into the turnbuckle. Anderson now pulls him out. Ow, what a move. Oh, that shoulder slamming into the mat, fans. That move made famous by beautiful Bobby Eaton of the Midnight Express. He called it divorce court because it separates your shoulder from your arm. And that it seemed to do there. Now Thunder pulls that arm back, stomps on it again. Oh my goodness, when is this going to end for this young man? And here it is. Here's the Anderson armbar. He's got it locked in. He's got it locked in. There's nowhere for Joshua Hines to go. He's worried. He's fixing to. There it is. He's tapping. He tapped out. Chris Thunder Anderson is your winner. Ring the bell. Tributes coming in not just from WFC stars, but from friends of Chris Thunder Anderson. This one coming to us from Big Country, who's a dear friend to Chris. Let's hear what Big Country had to say.
I've had the honor of being asked to come on here and share some memories that I have of Chris Thunder Anderson. Chris, to many people, is known as the big, scary, bad man that with one look could bring children to tears. But that's not the Chris that I knew. The Chris that I knew, the only thing bigger than his personality was his heart. He was a loving husband to Missy, a loving father to Luke, Dylan, and Larissa. He was a brother. He was a friend. Yeah, we fought wars in that ring, but no matter how hard we hit each other, I knew that if the chips were down, no matter what I needed, that I could always call on Chris. For 20 years, I had the honor of knowing that man. I've watched his kids grow up. I've watched his life with Missy blossom and bloom into something great. And as much as I'm going to miss Chris, I know that right now he is no longer in pain and he is in a better place. And it's not goodbye, big man. It's I will see you later, because one day I will see you again. But man, that doesn't make it hurt any less, man. I love you and I'm going to miss you, big man. But at least I have the comfort of knowing that you're no longer in pain. From the bottom of my Big Country heart, man, I love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following match is scheduled for one fall.
Welcome, fans, to Saturday Night Praise and Power, our very first match of the evening. It's going to be very interesting to see who is accompanying these men to the ring. Will it be Sir Charles Humperdinck with this man, Stormtrooper? Or will it be with his opponent?
In front of his feet first, from parts unknown, he is Stormtrooper!
Well, fans, it looks like, again, there's chaos at the Humperdinck Ranch as Sir Charles Humperdinck has not come to the ring with his protege, the Stormtrooper, and more than likely has elected to come to the ring with Stormtrooper's opponent.
And his opponent.
Just chaos in the Humperdinck Ranch. I mean, you've got Kenny Austin, who has been propositioned by his father to join forces here in the WFC and leave Sir Charles behind. You've got Sir Charles wondering what in the world to do about Stormtrooper, Chris Thunder Anderson, Kenny Austin. It's a mess. And it looks like in this match where you have Stormtrooper and this man, Chris Thunder Anderson, it looks like maybe Sir Charles, yes he is, sticking with Thunder.
According to the ring by his manager, Sir Charles Humperdinck. From Atlanta, Georgia, he is Chris
Thunder Anderson! Big, mean Chris Thunder Anderson. And Chris Thunder Anderson had a little something to say to Stormtrooper. Let's hear that.
Wrestling for Christ. Tonight's the night. We add another victim to the long list. Stormtrooper, you're next.
Well, not one to mince words, fans. Chris Thunder Anderson made it very clear that Stormtrooper was in for quite the battle here tonight, as they're going to be prepared to go one-on-one. These two men seemingly on the same side, you would think, with Sir Charles Humperdinck, but who knows what to think. With the Humperdinck Ranch and those that are participants in the training that goes on there, we've seen Chris Thunder Anderson. We've seen Kenny Austin. We've seen Stormtrooper. Sir Charles Humperdinck accompanying all of them to the ring and has abandoned accompanying all of them to the ring. Well, here today, Chris Thunder Anderson gets the pleasure of having Sir Charles in his corner. There's a cocky little Stormtrooper, and he's telling Sir Charles, I'm going to break your man here and prove my worth to you. And Sir Charles saying, you better keep your eye on Thunder. And oh, look out from behind. That's what Sir Charles was talking about. A little too cocky for Stormtrooper, and now Thunder goes right to work on that left arm. Typical Anderson family wrestling. You got to watch out for that Anderson arm bar. Big clothesline. Down goes Stormtrooper. Chris Thunder Anderson wasting no time, targeting one part of the body. Usually for most individuals, it is the weaker arm, the left arm. Chris Thunder Anderson knows that Stormtrooper being right-handed. Now, wait a minute, look at this. Sir Charles Humperdinck is pulling on the arm of his protege, and he poked him in the eye. He poked him in the eye. Come on, ref. And now Thunder Anderson standing on the throat of Stormtrooper. Oh, and that big right hand right in the upper armpit now. Stormtrooper goes down. And a big leg drop. Chris Thunder Anderson has been in control from the beginning, and now he's got that arm lock, bearing all his weight. Now look how Thunder now has all of the weight down on that arm lock, bending that arm in directions it's not supposed to bend, putting pressure on the elbow joint, on the shoulder joint. And now, driving all of his weight down. This may be enough to have Stormtrooper tap here, but Thunder now coming up with a big knee again to the elbow, and a stomp on the hand. A stomp on the hand, good grief. Hitting him from top of the arm to bottom. And there you see Stormtrooper now starting to fight back with that right hand. He can't do much with that left hand, but he is firing away with that right hand, and now whips him in right-handed, charges, big shoulder tackle. Not sure he's got all of it, but he is feeling the effects of that arm. He may have an arm injury here. The referee may want to step in and check this now. But Stormtrooper now having that reverse chin lock. And Sir Charles is saying, hey, he's choking him. I'm sure Sir Charles escorted him out here. He'd be encouraging him to choke him. There you see Chris Thunder Anderson with a rake across the eyes. Trooper is down now, and once again he's going back to that arm bar, that hammer lock. He's got it now wrapped around the back. And look at this, Sir Charles, and the feet are on the second rope. You can see it clearly, ref. Just look up. The referee looking up, saying, "Hey, what was that noise?" And the noise was the feet. Look at this, Sir Charles pulling on the feet on the second rope again. The referee oblivious to it. Stormtrooper now just down, not really moving on the mat. I think he may have an injury to that arm, and this is not helping. The legs up, and now the referee saw it. Referee saw it telling him to break. Chris Thunder saying his feet were on the road. What are you talking about? The referee sat up and saw it, Chris. I don't think it was, I don't think anyone could have missed that one. Stormtrooper now in trouble. Back to the rope, Irish whip into the ropes. Thunder coming off. Oh, Trooper dug that clothesline. Big clothesline of his own. That was a nasty clothesline. It sent both men crashing to the mat. Stormtrooper banging on the mat, trying to gain momentum, trying to get that feeling back in that left arm. Tried to capitalize on that big clothesline. That was a beautiful move. And now Chris Thunder Anderson again going right back to the arm. A big blow to the top of the joint of the shoulder. And now he brings the knee up right into the elbow. I'm telling you, Thunder working everything from the shoulder to the fingers on that left arm, leaving it to where it's almost inoperable. And here you see again, that arm is not supposed to bend backwards like that. That elbow joint having all of the pressure put on it by the weight of Chris Thunder Anderson. Big, mean, nasty Chris Thunder is not a small man. He puts that leverage down on you, and it's going to hurt. Look at and he is in great shape, too. Look at the arms. Thunder Anderson, such a powerhouse here in the WFC. He can't be happy with the sudden demise of the Conquerors and his tag team partner, Kenny Austin. They were set to take on who was the tag team champions and the Foundation as the #1 contenders, but that all changed. And now Stormtrooper misses. And again, look out. Oh, a stomp on the elbow. Oh, my goodness. You can just hear the bones crunching in that. And there's the armbar. There it is. He's got him. Trooper's tapping, saying, I'm done. I'm done. There's the bell. Chris Thunder Anderson with the victory.
Chris Thunder Anderson.
Chris Thunder Anderson was loved and revered by so many in the world of professional wrestling, but also by so many in his church, and so many in his community. He was loved by his family. He was a wonderful husband to Missy, an absolute wonderful father to his children, Larissa, Dylan, and Luke. We heard all of the stories. We know all of the things that they're involved in. That's all Chris would talk about. It's his family, his love for Jesus. You always had to prod him to get him to talk about wrestling because he loved talking about his family. He loved talking about the Lord. He loved talking about his church. You know, I think it's appropriate that Chris's nickname was Thunder. I started thinking about thunder, how the Bible talks about thunder and uses thunder as a metaphor. In Psalms 29 and also in Job 37, thunder is used to describe God's voice. And how appropriate, because Chris would very quietly and sternly talk about the Lord and talk about what God has done in his life, talk about how Jesus came into his heart. Thunder was also used to describe God's divine presence. Exodus 19:16 and Revelations 4 talks about thunder in a way that brings God into the room. Well, Chris brought God into the room in every room that he entered. He was not ashamed to talk about his faith. The Bible in Psalm 77 uses thunder to describe God's awe-inspiring presence. Chris Thunder Anderson was awe-inspiring. Not because of anything he did or because of what he did in the ring, but because of who was in his heart. I sit here in awe of Chris Thunder Anderson. To Missy, to his children, my prayers will never cease for you as you learn to adapt to your new normal. Your WFC family and your entire family in the world of professional wrestling is here for you. Fans, that's all the time we have for Saturday Night Praise and Power Hour. But before we go, a 10-bell salute to Chris Thunder Anderson.